This conference will cover all aspects of mycotoxin research, including mycotoxin analysis and recent methods for detection, but also mycotoxin toxicology, molecular biology, impacts of processing, but also agricultural impacts on mycotoxins. We are happy to give also 50 students the opportunity to present their research, talking with senior scientists about their developments and possible further studies to be conducted.
Ladies and gentlemen, with regard to mycotoxins, we face a wide range of challenges. And this includes food and feed safety as well as food security. And the reasons for this are obvious. We have changing climate conditions and extreme weather situations, and all these influence mold growth, spread, and toxin occurrence.
You can see different cheeses with, let's say, different toppings, like flowers, like pepper, like herbs. And we wanted to know whether these also new cheeses you can find now in the supermarkets are safe or not. We normally check for bacteria and also for mycotoxins. The concentrations we obtain in the analysis are quite low. If you try to get a balanced diet, then in general also these kinds of cheeses are safe. The greatest challenge for the future is ensuring a safe food supply for people around the world, especially in the primary production. There are several problems associated with mycotoxins, and we have to fight against these risks, and we have to try to fight against food waste.
Today, consumers are really confronted to a trade-off between food safety aspects, but also food waste. So they might not want to waste the moldy foods that they might encounter in their households, yet at the same time these moldy foods could potentially be a risk if they consume them. So I think we really need to be able to set up in the future some kind of quantitative guidelines so that consumers really know what to do. I'm coordinating a national French project called Mignon, and so we're really trying to look at how we can ensure food safety for consumers while at the same time trying to reduce edible food waste. We really don't know the diversity of molds that are contaminating foods in households. So it's really a gap, a major knowledge gap today, in my opinion. Consumers can potentially be exposed to chronic, really low levels of mycotoxins, not always one, but multiple mycotoxins. The community needs to take a look at this combinatory effect and the potential toxic effects it can have on human health.
There are a range of different mycotoxins. Some of these are classified as carcinogenic or potentially carcinogenic. And what we find in our research on the public perception of the risks posed by mycotoxins is that people are not overly worried. They know actually quite a lot about mycotoxins, especially about food mold. What we do find, however, are very specific areas in which consumers could know more, and these relate to the presence of mycotoxins in food that is not visibly moldy, and especially the robustness of mycotoxins against heat treatment and other forms of industrial processes. In other words, once mycotoxins are in the food chain, it's very difficult to get them out. And this is something that consumers are currently not aware of.
My current job is about creation of machine learning prediction algorithms and models for the risk of the mycotoxins for every next harvest or for every new harvest regarding different sample types. For example, for corn, for example, wheat, and so on. There is a straight connection between the weather and the mycotoxins. So the different weather variables, how much rain we have, how much wind we have, what is the variation of the temperature, affects straightforwardly the production of the mycotoxins. Every mycotoxin behaves different in different weather variables, so there's not one single golden pill that could work for everything. Our job here and what we are actually doing is to try to predict that connection. The climate change, of course, plays a very significant role, and we're trying to improve and increase the quality of our data so it will be able for our models to adapt on those new reality that we're facing all the time due to the weather change. Thank you very much, and I'm open for every type of question.
very glad to have hosted here the conference, the Mycotoxin Workshop, which is a very important event for the community. Experts from different disciplines come together here, toxicologists, analytical chemists, and many more disciplines, which made this conference a big success. So views are exchanged, new research is presented, and conclusions are drawn what to do next. The challenges we face here are on different levels. So in the analytical part, we're facing more and more mycotoxins being discovered. So we have to cover a broad range of mycotoxins to be measured. Similarly, on the toxicology side, there's still so much to discover and to research on the mechanisms of how mycotoxins affect health.
Give the organizers another big applause. And finally, I would once again thank all of you. Thanks to the speakers, thanks to the audience also for the discussions. I saw so many presentations where it's written, manuscript in preparation. Don't take a picture because it is very recent data, and that's an excellent sign of quality that you're presenting really latest research. I would say it was an excellent conference. Come back home and hope to see you soon. Thank you.